Hi, I'm Jenna.
Hello, I'm Gloria.
We are Worthy Wellness.
Because we are worth it.
Our purpose is to introduce women entrepreneurs, products, and services while proceeds help women in need for holistic care and therapy services.
Welcome, ladies. Hello, everyone. It's Gloria.
And Jenna.
How is everyone doing today? We're here for another new episode of Worthy Wellness Podcast. We're now on season 4, episode 1. I'm so excited, Jenna. We've come already to season 4. Isn't that great?
It's amazing. I can't believe how fast it went.
It did. But we're going to be starting off this podcast today, just kind of greeting everyone and letting everyone know some new stuff that's coming up for us. And thanking all our listeners for who've been with us these last 4 seasons. We're so grateful for you. We truly are.
Yes. And we wanted to share and emphasize, we are 2 nonprofits under the umbrella of Worthy Wellness. So as some of you may know already, my nonprofit is All Care Anywhere. And I've helped with women with domestic violence, but I'm also in this new turning point of being pregnant. So now I want to have more like mompreneurs or that childbirth education or pregnancy, type of products, services, and what we could do during this time since I'm living it. And so that's kind of the new direction for season 4. And just to emphasize that we are 2 nonprofits supporting women in need. So Gloria could tell about hers as well.
So first, I want to say congratulations to Jenna for this new baby that's coming into our family, our podcast family. Mm-hmm. We're so excited it's going to be a baby girl, right?
Yes. And I'm 20 weeks.
Yes. And she looks so adorable with her little belly. So we're so excited for that. And I'm excited for this new baby coming, but for this new journey that Jenna's going to be going on, this new adventure, as all of us know, once having a baby. But I know she's going to just be a wonderful mommy. But like she said, my nonprofit is Worthy Women Warriors, falls under the umbrella of Worthy Wellness. And what we do is we help women who are seeking holistic care. And so that's why we have a lot of holistic practitioners on our podcast. We interview them, but we raise money for those women that are really, truly needing to see someone, a holistic practitioner, and we can assist them in covering the cost on that. As we know, holistic practices are sometimes costly, but we don't want anyone to not be able to be dissuaded for not going and getting care. We're here to help them. So that's what our nonprofit does, Worthy Women Warriors. And we raise money for helping women who are seeking holistic care.
Yes. And I wanted to emphasize on All Care Anywhere because I forgot to mention we also do therapy services like occupational therapy is what I'm licensed in. But the awareness of speech therapy, physical therapy, and then respiratory therapy, because that's one of the campaigns is the Gulf to Breathe for respiratory. So you're getting a plethora of wellness and holistic care, and therapy services are holistic care because it's non-surgical. We don't have medicine that we treat. It's really about, the root cause and working with the body, the mind, the soul. And, looking at the environment as well and how we could adapt to what's going on with our condition or, the new situation that you may be in with wellness. So we came together because they're kind of 2 different ways of healing. And as you know, we have this podcast, but most importantly, we also integrate it into a phone app. And it's also Worthy Wellness. You can get it on the App Store for iPhones and the Google Play Store for Androids. And the reason why we did that is so we can access to the world because some countries and some areas just may not have this type of education or wellness near them, or maybe they do. And so they listen to our episode or they go into our app and they could then search near them or contact the practitioners that are involved in the app. And that's still evolving. We have new goals and new directions, and we're super excited to announce when it is launched. But Gloria here offers healing sessions and journaling.
I do. So on the app itself, we offered several different modalities and ways to heal. If you can't go to a Zoom class or you can't do one-on-ones in person, of course, there's a phone app that's there that you always have access to. So, for instance, on my portion of the app on my for Worthy Women Warriors, we have journaling sessions where you can go ahead and download the app, and it has prompts for you to help journaling for inner healing. And it's really walking the client through the process of what one needs to heal, how you're going to release it through journaling. I call it soul writing. And you're just going to go through the process and walk through it gently, because that's what we want to do with this phone app. With everything that Jenna and I do, is we want to make sure that we're assisting you from the root problem and doing it with a lot of love, but a lot of care and gentle love. So we want you to be able to heal that, what is within. And so that's what my portion of the app does, is kind of walking you through the process, through the prompts as you're journaling, and kind of really going and getting to that root problem, releasing it, healing it, and then letting it go.
And that's her emotional release of the healing on the phone app. And then for mine, it's New Journey, New Life with occupational therapy. And what's included in there are seasonal programs, because as we go through our seasons, we adapt to the weather and our regimen and, what's going on during that time period. And then there's some yoga, cognitive behavioral therapy, breath work, and core strength exercises. And this helps with postural stability, your mental wellness. How do you adapt and change your thought process with cognitive behavioral therapy? Because if we experience trauma, if we have a sudden, medical condition that we are battling or is new to us, you then have to change how you approach your regimen and your life and your thoughts, because they could really impact our emotions and how we're healing and what we do, because we might have these behaviors and we have to kind of break those patterns to be able to heal and to get past that obstacle. So that's how occupational therapy is related into this phone app and targeted group, because you might have heard of OT in different ways. And it's like when you walk into a hospital, there's different departments, there's different doctors and practitioners. Well, the concept for me in OT, you walk in and there's different reasonings and different approaches. And so for this in particular, it's for women in need that have experienced some kind of trauma, or maybe they are a mother and they then transition into that mother role, or maybe they're a mompreneur or an entrepreneur as a woman, and you're just going through these transitions in life, or perhaps the domestic abuse and then transitioning into that new healthy role, or a divorce. So there's all these reasons why women choose to want to heal and have a new chance, a new journey, a new life.
And I love that. And it's so true. Our goal collectively here, Jenna and I, is to help women find their worth. That's so important for all of us. But we really work with women who are really trying or struggling or just need that assistance in finding their worth, finding their self-worth, knowing that they are enough, so finding that self-love, that self-care. So between the journaling and then what Jenna offers as well, with all the cognitive care, with the yoga, with just everything that we can do to assist, someone who's just trying to get to the root of the problem and heal from that so they can start their new journey, their new life. And so we're really excited about the phone app, and I think you will too.
Yes. And in person, if you're living in Southern California, you're coming to travel, there's wellness workshops. We're talking about some virtual events, and we will always announce when these events are coming out. And, Gloria offers in person, healing sessions and these workshops, and you can let everyone know about what's coming up and how that's involved.
I know. So this year's been a little crazy. but I'm very proud to announce that I am now certified sound healer, energy healer, crystal healing. I've got also certified in Kundalini Reiki as well. So I love to do one-on-ones with my clients and do a lot of energy healing, a lot of crystal healing to really be able to take you onto a space where you feel safe. It's a sacred space, and we work together to help you process the whatever traumas that you may be storing in your body, whatever thoughts or ideas that you may be storing there, and to help you release them so you can start that self-healing journey. So I'm really love doing that. That's one of my first loves, actually, is doing the one-on-one healing with my clients. And so I'm really proud to announce that I can do that now. And so I'm looking forward to doing that more, doing more workshops on that, one-on-ones, including that into the app as well. But that's one of the big things that's coming up for me is getting able to help our community a little bit more through that kind of healing. So I'm really grateful for that.
Yes, and you have a workshop coming up, right?
I
Would you like to
do.
share about that? That's
I'm so
exciting.
excited. So we have a workshop, a 2-day workshop coming up October 7th and 8th, 2023. And it's going to include journaling. We're going to do some angel card therapy, and we're going to do a sound bath. And we're going to really tap into that space of self-love. So we're going to be able to tap into that where we're kind of opening the heart and taking out all that no longer needs to be in there. Like if you're unlocking a heart, the locket, you're going to open that up, kind of release all that you feel you need to release, whether it's pain, sadness, sorrow, loss. And we're going to fill it back up with love, a lot of self-love, a lot of self-healing. So I'm really, really excited about that. I have 2 very wonderful women that are going to be joining me in doing the workshop. So, and then Jen and I are also talking about doing some stuff later on in the fall as well, more workshops, more events, because collectively, again, our goal is to help women heal. That's our purpose. That's what we love to do. So I'm really excited about that workshop. And then Jenna's got some new stuff coming up with her, also her OT coming up with, she's going to be working with children now and a new program that she's got going on, right?
Yes, we are in the middle of trying to get vendorization with Regional Center and expanding that social program and the app for All Care Anywhere for home health. And it's for pediatrics and servicing age 0 to 21. But the social program is for age 3 to 17 because that's the need. And that's how Regional Center funds and promotes what is actually needed. And for Southern California, that is the resource used for children. And, once that's finalized and launched, I will be able to share that when it becomes official. And, like Gloria was mentioning, it's important to share the news of pregnancy and motherhood. Sometimes we may not have family members or another mom to share their experience, or maybe it's a sensitive topic with families or friends and you want to hear it indirectly through a podcast, or when we interview professionals that are related to helping moms, like prenatal massages or the different products like maternity belts and whatnot. So if you're listening and it's related, feel free to contact us. We would love to have a topic to expand out, to be able to educate women. Maybe it's your first pregnancy like it is for me. They would call me a geriatric mother because I'm turned 39 or is it 38? I have to calculate now. I'm considered a geriatric mother. But not only that, my experience to starting off was traumatic for me. I mean, they told me I had a miscarriage, and in my body, my mind, my soul, I'm like, I am still pregnant. And I found out at 8 weeks, and I literally had to put my foot down, find out a way to prove that I am pregnant. So I went to a different urgent care, a different place than my OBGYN to get this evidence through blood work and urine tests, and to bring it back saying, I am, and I've told you from the beginning. But sometimes your HCG level may not be reading as high from the time that you're testing, or maybe it was too early of a pregnancy of 2 weeks and it's not going to pop up when you're tested. But instead of labeling it that you have a miscarriage, how about really listening to when I came in and when I tested? So on 5/10, I took a home kit and it's positive. On 5/22, I was trying to confirm at the OBGYN and it was negative. Well, maybe listening to those dates, it's very early on that they could have said, let's check in a week or two, instead of labeling it and making me feel like I've had this miscarriage. So I went through an emotional roller coaster. It was really hard to, accept, oh my gosh, I had this miscarriage. What did I do wrong? And, what can I have done differently? And the impacts of marriage and maybe blaming or shaming or feeling guilty. And so that's where this podcast will be able to expand the awareness that you're not alone, that maybe you have a similar situation and there's something that you can ask for differently or turn to someone for a second opinion. And so the more we get to share these stories, we can maybe find someone that can relate and you can try to go down this other path to get your answers. And then sometimes when I would go in for my ultrasound, it's either the technician or the receptionist that are making comments to make me believe that, there's some abnormalities or some genetic concerns or mismeasurements, or saying that there's, cleft lip when there's not. And so comments shouldn't be made. Or if you're not the professional to give the news, then do not share those comments, because then it's misleading thinking, is this definite? Do I need a research? Do I need to go in this direction because, I have to treat this particular case? And so it's a very sensitive time period. And that was my first trimester experience, along with the symptoms as a mother of feeling nauseous and morning sickness. And I just thought, this is too emotionally concerning.
It was, and I have to say, I've been with Jenna through this process, and it was very, very emotional for her and her husband. It was very hard. And being someone who's been in the medical field for many, many years, I felt helpless, that I felt like I couldn't do as a friend enough to help her, because seeing how much pain she was in and worry and stress for really, it was so unnecessary. But I'm so proud of the fact that she advocated so hard for herself. And that's what I think is going to be wonderful with this new journey that we're going to be taking during Jenna's pregnancy for the podcast, is walking through that journey and being able to just discuss what's been going on from all different topics about being pregnant, being a new mommy. So our listeners who are new mommies or have had similar experiences, can kind of relate with that. I have 5 children, and what she's gone through, I did not. And I mean, it's just crazy what they made this poor young woman go through. But I'm so proud that she advocated. She stuck to her guns and she said, no, I want the right answers. And she did. And here she is, beautiful and glowing, and she's pregnant. But I'm really excited on the direction that this is going to be taking, because I think it's really needed. And she's going to be a good guide for those listeners who need to learn how to advocate for themselves. Jenna's really, really good at it. And so I think she's going to be a great mentor for those that kind of need that little push to say, you can do it. You can do that. You can advocate for yourself. Get a second opinion. Don't just get the first one. If your body's telling you something, or you feel like, no, I think I'm still pregnant, or something's really going on with my body, listen to it, just like Jenna did, because she knew. She really knew.
Most definitely. And this is where the holistic and the natural approaches, come about, is that you really know yourself the most. And sometimes science or the tests or who we talk to, may not know the accurate answers, but you yourself know when there's that change. And it's nice to have a balance between, maybe science and natural, or Eastern versus Western, because our bodies are so unique. and we may not get it right the first time. And so that's where the mind, body, spirit comes in, and keeping, that spirit alive and positive, especially when you're pregnant, because everything is impactful for the baby. So for me, I end up getting the first time mom pregnancy journal, and it gives a little prompts on, answering if it doesn't creatively come to you to journal. I really like it. Gloria just took a Polaroid picture of my belly, and it captures, the weeks, and you could put it in, and it could be a keepsake, and you could pass it on to your child or just look back at it for memories. So I have that. I continue to go to church and sing and, lift my spirit, really reflect on myself, on resting and taking care of myself, that it's okay. You don't have to work so much or feel guilty in any way. So I've really learned that about myself, that it's okay to take a step back. It's okay to say no and really nurture myself.
And you can still be an entrepreneur.
Yes.
And you can still run businesses, but knowing that, you have a little baby in there that you've got to nurture and care. But first and foremost, mommy's got to take care of herself, nurture herself, love herself, put her feet up, hydrate. If you feel like taking a nap, take a nap. If you feel like having a snack, have a snack. That's what's most important, because it's not just you anymore. It's two of you. So I love that for Jenna, because she's still working, but she knows, okay, I'm tired, I'm going to rest. And that's where a lot of new mommies that are entrepreneurs, hardworking, or if you are employed by someone, you do feel that guilt of, oh, but I can't because I have to go do this, or I have to make dinner, or I have to do that. I know it's hard for a lot of women, but I think with this new way that we're going with the podcast, we're going to be here to be able to assist you with that and kind of let you know that you're not alone. And Jenna's going to be great handling all this great little maternity journey as she's going right along with her pregnancy. She looks great, by the way. She's taking very good care of herself. She looks healthy and strong. And I'm going to say that baby was not giving up. She was not giving up. She's going to be very tenacious like her mommy, I think. So, yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. Yes, they say she's a size of a sweet potato, and she was 8 ounces last, probably going on 10. And she was bundled up, but in the last ultrasound, she kicked her leg, and man, she has long legs like her daddy. Daddy long legs. If you haven't known, my husband's 7 feet and I'm 5'2". Yeah. So I'm like, woo, look at those legs already in her foot when she's kicking. And so that was lovely to see.
That's great. That's great. So Jenna, I think that we just are excited for this new journey. I know I am. We've got a lot of new things that are coming up for us. We hope that everyone's really going to enjoy how we're going to be changing the podcast a little bit. I'll be interviewing the holistic practitioners. Jenna will be interviewing and talking about her pregnancy journey, which I'm very excited about. But we just want to make sure that everything's going to be covered, that everyone's going to be able to get a little bit of something that's really important to us, whether it's pregnancy information, holistic care through nutrition, through different practitioners, therapy services. Exactly. We want to make sure that everything's covered, and that if you have any questions, always reach out to us. You can reach us and let us know if there's something else that you'd like to listen to. If you have any questions or any suggestions, by the way, we'd love to hear that.
So, most definitely. And empowering mothers and being entrepreneurs, and that mom-entrepreneur or the mom-trepreneur. We would love to interview you and how you're a working woman and still a mom and holding those different hats. It's amazing. And so for both of our websites, you can either go on to Gloria's for her nonprofit or on mine. And we're going to start adding in some information about Worthy Wellness so you could see on both of our sites, because we are 2 nonprofits under the umbrella of Worthy Wellness. So you could go on www.allcareanywhere.org. That's ALLCAREANYWHERE.org. You can also find All Care Anywhere on Instagram or Facebook. And then you also could look at Worthy Wellness Inc. INC on Instagram and Facebook. So in either way, there's always to reach us, and then Gloria could share her information.
So my information is For Instagram, it's Worthy Women Warriors on Instagram. You can reach me through there. You can reach me through the worthywomenwarriors.com. You can reach me through there also, through the website, and of course, through Worthy Wellness. Please reach out to us if you have any questions, if you'd like to hear different topics. We're here for you, and we're just excited for this new season 4.
Most definitely. And you can listen to this podcast several ways on Spotify, Alitu, Alitu, or the Apple podcast. We are also talking about a YouTube channel. You can let us know in your comments and feedback if that's another channel you'd like to see us at. And again, we just keep growing and expanding, and we never run out of topics.
No.
There's never enough interviewees in all walks of life and a way to heal, whether a holistic practitioner or a therapist. So we are super excited to keep sharing the love and the awareness.
So I'm so excited. Now, YouTube, I'm a little nervous because that means that I actually have to comb my hair, but but I promise I'll do it. I don't want anybody to be scared. But we're really excited about that. We're looking forward to our YouTube channel. I think that's going to be just exciting, and getting to be in person and see our faces, but get to interview everyone in person. You know, we can see each other. I think that's going to be great. Jenna, I think that we've hit everything, right? For this new season 4.
Most definitely.
Yeah. I just want to again thank everyone for listening, for supporting us these last 3 seasons. We're going into our 4th. We're just getting bigger and better and growing and continuing our purpose of healing and helping others and being of service. So for that, I say thank you so very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a blessed and healthy day or evening.
Yeah. Same here. Have a blessed evening. And thank you again for listening to our podcast, Worthy Wellness. Thank you so much. Bye.
If you're also a woman entrepreneur to support our cause and would like to be considered on this podcast, please reach out to us. We would love to connect. We see you. We want to connect, empower, and inspire others. So please call or text or even fax 949-793-8781, or our Instagram is Worthy Wellness Inc., like INC. Hope to hear from you, and thank you for listening.